Machines are taking over. Machines are taking over. Machines are taking over.
Brought the car up to Colo. We need to give it a run. You know, it's the start of the 2012 season, so we put a brand new gearbox in the car, so we need to pre-run it before the state championship, make sure it's all running good. At Colo, we qualified second, which was pretty good. I didn't expect to be that high up, you know, with a few gearbox selection problems, but we actually qualified pretty good. The race itself went really well. We had a good clean run, did the 3 heats. Track got pretty rough, which is Colo, you know, you sort of expect that, so it's good to knock you around a bit. You realise you're at Colo, and we finished first outright. Had a really good run. Been racing for about 20 years, started in '84. Had a bit of a break in between. I've started to get back into it. 2010 I did Weddle. We're from Nowra. We used to have a club here, the Shoalhaven Off-Road Racing Club, but we've raced a few years here under the Shoalhaven Off-Road Racing Club, but it's folded and we're now racing under Crookwell. This season we're hoping to do the state championship. I think we've got a pretty good chance of doing well at the state championship. My navigator is Ben Hoskin. As far as navigators go, he's great. He puts so much work into the car, he gets in there, he cleans, he's a great navigator. Yeah, I do all the work myself. I'm a mechanic by trade. I do all the bar work, I bend everything up, I do all the welding, all the mechanical, the motor, gearbox, suspension. Everything's been made by me. I make all my own arms, all my bits and pieces, yeah, all in-house. I've put in a V6 turbo, so it's got a Nissan VQ30, which is a 3-litre turbocharged V6. Been my Achilles heel at the moment. It's been breaking everything. It's a pretty powerful little motor. But we've just put a new gearbox in it, brand new Weddle, and it seems to be handling it quite well. Suspension on it's pretty much like a V-dub type suspension, bigger arms. It's got 3-inch arms on the front, running Bilstein shocks, coilovers. On the rear of it, bigger arms again, 5x6, which I made myself. Bilstein coilovers on the rear as well. I've had to do a few mods to the frame. It's an old Hunter frame, so it's built back in the 90s. So since then, CAMS have brought out a few more rules where we've got to put a few more bars in it. So I've made the car a bit wider, made it a bit stronger, put a few braces in, pumped it out, some new seats, and it's a lot better car. The tyres I run, BF Goodrich, mud terrains, quite a good tyre. I run them front and back. I've just put some bigger ones on the back, some 33s by 12.5 by 15s, so get a bit more traction there. With the rims, run beadlocks on it. Main reason you run beadlocks, they're a little bit stronger rim, you know, you don't dent them as easily. But if you get a flat tyre, holds the tyre together, you can still finish the race and not lose too much time. Tyre pressures, they're a bit hard to work out sometimes. You've got to get out on the track and try it. So somewhere like Colo, it's quite a sandy, soft track, so you drop your pressures down a bit, you get a bit more traction. So about 14 to 12 in the back, PSI, and you know, it starts to grip up. Front pressure, I run about 22 PSI. I'd probably run a bit more pressure than most people, but in the early days we used to roll them off the rim, so a bit more pressure just keeps them on the bead. I've always loved off-roading, but I think it's the adrenaline. When you start to push it, the smoother and the faster you go, the more exciting it is. Even if you're not racing someone else against the clock, when you have a good lap, you know, you just come back with a smile on your face and you're ready to go again. It's just an exciting sport.